Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you had a great week. Hope you're having a great day. If you're seeing this and it's not morning, it's morning to me. I got coffee on the side. Anyway, it's been a while since I've come out to talk to everybody. But we were doing our study on impure based on Acts chapter 10 verse 38. But where Peter says God told him not to call anyone impure or unclean. So everybody matters. Everybody qualifies, and God is really bringing me into a little bit different place. Not all that far from impure, but still into a different place with it. And I think it's interesting, but it's rather convicting for me, and I hope you as well, frankly, as we look a little bit more into it. But I think to me it goes back to a question that I think is a very pertinent question in this day and age, especially this day and age in church. But this day and age and post-COVID, how we do church and what kind of changes are going to be required to continue. Churches on FaceTime, for instance, and that were not before COVID. Anyway, changes like that, and how we reach people and how we're there for people. So anyway, but it comes down to a very foundational question for me, and is, who is Jesus really? I mean, like, who is Jesus really? I wrote a note in my book. Do you know him the way he must be known by you? Do I know him the way he must be known by me? And that's important. I'm looking now, and it seems like I'm going to be in Matthew chapter 25 for a little while. I'm looking now at Matthew chapter 25, verse 1 through 13. And it's the parable of the 10 bridesmaids, and you can go read it, but there's some interesting comparisons between the two groups. So you got 10 bridesmaids, and 5 of them came prepared and 5 of them didn't. The 5 that were not prepared were called the foolish ones. The 5 that were prepared were called the wise ones. And there's some contrasting verbs. So the contrasting descriptions on the 10 bridesmaids. There's contrasting verbs. At midnight, verse 6, at midnight the cry rang out, "Here's the bridegroom, come out to meet him." And then the virgins all woke up. The foolish ones said to the wise ones, "Give us some of your oil for our lamps. We don't have enough. Instead, go." So the first verb is come out to meet the bridegroom. In this parable, of course, is Jesus. But they weren't prepared. The foolish ones were not prepared, so they had to go. And ultimately later, but while they were on their way to buy oil, the bridegroom arrived. The virgins were ready. The virgins who were ready went in. The wise ones went in with him to the wedding banquet, and the door was shut. Later, the others also came. "Lord, Lord," think about how they referred to him. "Lord, Lord, open the door for us." But he replied, "Truly I tell you, I don't know you." No relationship. There's no relationship there. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know the day or the hour. And I think it's easy for us to read that parable and study that parable and get focused on the day or the hour and miss the quality of the relationship. The parameters that are laid out by Christ for the relationship that he's calling us to. So my question is, do you know him? But do you know him the way that he's calling you to know him? Is he Savior? Is he Lord? Or do you just have head knowledge? All 10 of these virgins, and this was written to a Jewish audience. They would get this parable. They got this parable in a big way. They understood it completely. But you've got the foolish ones and you've got the wise ones, and the wise ones come to meet him, and the foolish ones go. Now they knew him. They knew the bridegroom was coming, but they didn't know him the way that he needed to be known. They didn't know him relative to you and me, right? Relative to do I know him the way that he must be known by me? Do you know Christ the way he must be known by you? John 14:6, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to heaven except through me. We must know him, and not just have a head knowledge, but heart knowledge, a life-changing knowledge of him. Now, with that said, am I good at it? I'm so lousy at this Christian life. I've got so much more to learn, and we can all do it together. Be blessed. I'm out. See you next time. Bye.